Okay, so for chapter 3, this particular chapter was about ourselves, how we view ourselves, self-concept, self-image, self-esteem. All of these are basically things that were discussed in chapter 3. Basically, how society has made really big differences between through male and female. What's considered feminine, what's considered masculine, and therefore it shaped. For example, masculine or males are seen to have, taken more seriously, and females are not taken as seriously as males. And sometimes, we're in conversation. Males tend to interrupt females more often than females actually interrupt males. Basically, because of how we're taught to view one another. We also tend to, in this particular chapter with regarding self-image and self-concept, we also will we allow outside sources to dictate what we think of ourselves. For example, there was an example of an investor from the show Shark Tank who basically, when she was a young girl, she was told by her teacher at 8 years old that if she didn't pay attention, she would always be considered stupid. So basically, throughout her life, she went on through school always being an overachiever, and even in her company, she owned $1 million company and she sold it. But she did all this because she was constantly trying to prove to herself that she was not stupid. And so that's an example of an outside source basically dictating how you feel about yourself. And that's something that it does seem to happen every day, whether it's our families, friends, teachers, anybody in our society, basically putting blankets on us, telling us what we are versus we making those decisions for ourselves. And so the book goes into that. It also went into how those who choose to not really fall into the lines of male or female, they tend to go androgynous, and basically that means that they kind of go into, each other's roles, intertwining those two together, and they tend to be more successful because they tend to cross those lines, where some of us who have not chosen to do that, you might seem, it might be a little harder for you to be able to succeed than those who've chosen to go beyond that. So basically that's what that one's about, and just how to be better individuals overall, but mainly about self-image, self-concept, and how we see ourselves in today's society. Okay.